Prevenge, which is the feature directorial debut from Alice Lowe, one of the co-creators and star of Sightseers, the Ben Wheatley film. If you remember, Sightseers was, I think, quite accurately described as Nuts in May with axes. It's a caravan, a holiday with murder. In the case of Prevenge, it is a story about a woman who is 6-7 months pregnant, who recently bereaved, who at the beginning of the film we see beginning a killing spree. And essentially she believes that she is being told by her unborn child to go on a vengeful rampage. She feels that her pregnancy she describes it as less like a pregnancy, more like a hostile takeover. So the film is directed by and starring Alice Lowe, who was indeed 6 or 7 months pregnant when she made the film. She plays Ruth, who is the central character. Prevenge, which is obviously a mixture of the words pregnancy and revenge.
I got that.
Very good. Okay. And the film treads a very, very interesting line between comedy and horror. I mean, it draws upon both comedy and horror. On the one hand, there are things in it which are clearly, blackly comedic. On the other hand, it refers to horror movies which are very dark. I would think, for example, Andrzej Żuławski's Possession is in there. There are clear links to Rosemary's Baby. People have drawn links with Alien, which I think is perhaps sort of less on the money. There is a fantastic soundtrack which evokes the synth scores of some of the best Dario Argento work. The film was made very, very quickly. It was shot in a period of a couple of weeks with a very, very low budget. And essentially, it takes, in the same way that Rosemary's Baby essentially takes real life paranoias and turns them into a story which has a sort of supernatural underpinning. What this does is it takes feelings of alienation, feelings of separation and estrangement, also, hallucination and paranoia, and turns them into this absolutely jet black and often very nasty, but also very funny and very strange and very off-kilter, as I said, black comedy. I think that Alice Lowe has done something really quite remarkable with the film. I've seen it twice. The first time I saw it, I thought there's some real sort of, gross out comedy and the real laugh out loud moments. The second time I saw it, I thought it was much more, it had more depth to it, more richness to it. I also thought it was more sad, more poignant. I think it draws together in a very raggedy fashion some very experimental ideas, and it is fiercely uncategorizable. It seems to sort of shape shift with each viewing. I'm sure I'm going to see it again, and I'm sure it will look like a slightly different film next time round I see it. It has an almost science fiction look to its street scenes. I mean, it is taking place in realist settings, grotty pubs, slightly seedy streets, anonymous office buildings, and yet it has a kind of strange sort of separation from naturalism. It's not naturalistic at all. And so it is satirical, it is sharp, it is edgy, it is dark. Yes, it is raggedy. Yes, it is imperfect, but somehow those imperfections make it a more interesting movie. I really liked it, and I really, really liked it even more second time round. And hats off to Alice Lowe, who I think has done something remarkable with it. The film is called Prevenge, and it is out this week.